The president who ran on bringing prices down is now calling the concept of affordability a hoax and telling people to stop buying so many dolls and pencils. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. Voters gave Donald Trump a second term because they were mad about the economy and they were hoping he would fix it, despite the fact that last time he was in office, he broke it. It's like going back to a doctor even though on your previous visit they left a sponge in your brain. Good news, I got the sponge out. Bad news, I left my watch in there. But good news, I had an alarm set, so whenever it's noon, your brain's gonna make this sound.
Ping, 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 ping.
The reason voters gave Trump another shot is because he made it clear he wouldn't just bring prices down, he would do it ASAP.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Dude, why did you think anything gets done on day one of a job? Forget president. At the end of day one at any job, you're lucky to have a working ID, a general sense of where the bathrooms are, and if your coworkers are nice, a warning not to engage with Patty when she starts talking about her antique spoon collection. Oh, wow, you have another drawer full of them. And I know you thought you were tricking us into thinking you had a grocery plan by stacking up groceries behind you, but we all know that would fall apart if you actually had to start talking about them. We have some basic staples here behind me. For example, this aluminum can full of what I assume is dirt. People love to go to the grocery store and buy their dirt for their morning dirt water. Don't talk to me until I've had my dirt water, I always say. And then, of course, there's this box of bird meat. I'm cuckoo for bird meat, I always say, but it's gotten so expensive, the bird meat, and we're putting a stop to it. The same goes for leprechaun meat. They say it's lucky if you eat it, the leprechaun meat. In fact, at one point, he basically admitted that he hadn't actually seen groceries with his own eyes in years.
You're looking at things behind me. They did a nice job. Wow. Look at this over here. What a nice job. I think I'm going to take some of them back to my cottage and have a lot of fun. Like the Cheerios. I haven't seen Cheerios in a long time. I'm going to take them back with me.
He is so weird. Like, what do you mean you're going to take them back to your cottage to have a lot of fun with them? What are you going to do with those Cheerios? I don't want to get too specific. Let's just say the holes are a perfect size. You were all thinking it. You were all... What? No one was thinking it? No one was thinking it. So Trump said he'd lower prices on day one, but if you're holding him to that, I'm sorry to tell you, you're being very unfair to Mr. Trump.
His approval rating now on the economy, according to, this is Reuters, is 34%. His disapproval is 58%.
It has only been 9 months. It's kind of unfair when someone has been there 9 months to put it all on them.
He's the one who said day one. If your Tinder date says he's 6'5" and shows up 4'11", it's not on you to wait for him to get taller. You can't say you'll fix something immediately and then take 9 months to do it unless you're an electrician. In my experience, they can get away with whatever they want, mainly because I have no clue what a panel is or how it works. You know, I'll say, hey, I thought you said it would only take a day to fix that blown fuse. It's been 9 months. And then they say, yeah, we're still waiting on a new part from China, but don't worry. Got my guy down there right now working on it. Listen.
Ping, 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 ping.
Seriously, your message to voters is that they're being unfair to Trump? You heard him, coal miners in West Virginia. If you're mad that you can't afford food, you're actually being very unfair to the celebrity billionaire president who has a dedicated breakfast cottage. Maybe instead of complaining, you should give him a shiny trophy like FIFA did. I love the hand stroking the big ball. I'm gonna take this and my Cheerios and have a lot of fun with it. Do not disturb on the cottage. And it's not just Fox News. Trump's team keeps pushing back the timeline for when we can expect a turnaround. For example, when day one didn't pan out, they pivoted to end of 2025.
In the fourth quarter of 2025, this economy is going to be humming.
That's now. The fourth quarter of 2025 is now. You sound like the head coach of the New York Jets. You're down 30 points at halftime, coach. What's your strategy? You know, well, I think by the fourth quarter, the other team's going to be so tired from scoring so much. And you know, that's when we strike. So when that didn't work out, they started pushing the timeline back even further.
You look at the unemployment rate numbers today, wait till a year from today. Wow, it will be amazing numbers. I would say the first quarter of next year will be the best quarter of construction jobs this country's ever seen.
As we go into next year, don't forget that all the people who have no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, who are going to be able to deduct the interest on their car loan if they buy a car, all those things are kicking in big time.
I think 2026 is going to be a great year. I think 2026 is going to be a gangbuster year. I think 2026, 2027 are going to be great years.
Soon they're going to start pivoting to astronomical events. By the time Halley's Comet returns, this economy is going to be rocking. Also, can we just go back to this clip?
As we go into next year, don't forget that all the people who have no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, who are going to be able to deduct the interest on their car loan if they buy a car, all those things are kicking in big time.
Wait, I'm sorry, is that supposed to be the secret sauce that kicks the economy into high gear? Deducting interest on your car loan? Bad news, it's going to cost twice as much to heat your home this winter. But good news, if you itemize your taxes, you can deduct the interest on the loan you took out to buy that Tesla that caught fire. Or, better yet, just use that flaming Tesla to heat your home. But the Trump team can't seem to get their message straight, because while administration officials are out there saying, just wait till next year, Trump's out there saying, actually, you guys, everything is awesome right now.
We're bringing those prices down rapidly. Lower prices, bigger paychecks. You're getting lower prices, bigger paychecks. We're getting inflation. We're crushing it. And you're getting much higher wages. But they have a new word. You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability.
I love his impression of a normal person. They say, hello, Mr. Trump, how do you do? It's a pleasure to meet you. And then I say, I'm gonna take these Cheerios back to my cottage and have a lot of fun with them. And then they say, when are prices going to go down? And then I say, excuse me, I need a minute. It's almost noon.
Ping, 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 ping.
Also, can we go back to this part?
Lower prices, bigger paychecks. You're getting lower prices, bigger paychecks.
That's Trump's whole strategy right there. He thinks if he just keeps saying it, it'll magically become true. He's like a degenerate gambler at a craps table. Lower prices, bigger paychecks. Lower prices, bigger paychecks. Snake eyes. Snake eyes, no. I didn't know Stephen Miller was here. Pretty good snake eyes. But if Trump is right, and you guys, if Trump is right, and prices are coming down, and you're getting higher paychecks, you're probably thinking, all right, great. I can buy my kids all the pencils they want this Christmas. Well, think again, ass.
You know, you can give up certain products. You can give up pencils. Because under the China policy, you know, every child can get 37 pencils. They only need one or two, you know. They don't need that many. But you always need steel. You don't need 37 dolls for your daughter. 2 or 3 is nice, but you don't need 37 dolls.
There's a lot to unpack there. Not a lot to unwrap, mind you, because it sounds like Christmas is gonna suck this year, but a lot to unpack. So look, I guess a good way to cut a household budget would be to cut back from 37 dolls to 2, and I ask this with genuine curiosity, who the is buying 37 dolls? And since when does China have a 37 pencil policy? I've heard of China's one-child policy. Is this tied to that? So we're gonna limit you to 1 kid, but we do have a pretty cool consolation prize. I think it's more than gonna make up for it. You got a coffee mug you want me to put these in? Just think about how out of touch this is. Trump's lecturing everyone else on how they should buy less stuff. Meanwhile, he's filled the Oval Office with so much gold, it's starting to look like the Egyptian wing at the Louvre. So why is Trump calling the central issue of American political life, the thing that got him elected and the #1 thing voters say they care about, a hoax? Well, according to his team, he's very frustrated that the media keeps saying things that are happening.
When he says that affordability is a con job by Democrats, that seems to just not be resonating with consumers that have been polled by CBS. His approval rating on the economy is now down to 36% in our latest poll. On inflation, approval is even lower, at 32%. Don't you need to show that You feel the pain?
Well, Margaret, I think the president's frustrated by the media coverage of what's going on.
This is the polling of average Americans.
Yeah, but I think the average Americans are hearing a lot of it from media coverage.
I mean, it's amazing. For 4 years, Democrats complained about media coverage of the economy, and now Republicans are doing the exact same thing. Somewhere Joe Biden is relaxing on a beach, sipping a virgin daiquiri, saying, "Not so fun now, is it, pal? Hey, how much is this daiquiri anyway? 14 bucks? Ah, take that back. Give me some of that dirt water." Voters gave Trump a second term because they believed him when he said he'd bring down prices, and now every poll suggests they regret it. You can't lie to people about the price of housing, healthcare, electricity, or food. People see it for themselves every time they go to the grocery store and the cashier scans their items and the scanner goes...
Ping, 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 ping.
This has been a Closer Look.